building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Takes it at the 7.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Let's go now.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle they go. Graves.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. There'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but that will bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
These two teams all tied after one. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. The game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now back to throw. He's got it. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they're ranked dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Graves.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go. Graves. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A 3-yard loss of the play. It's 3rd and goal.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Right back to him on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. We have played 3 quarters.
Let's go.
2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
1918.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 6. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he'll be converged on quickly. Maybe gets a yard out of that.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Mustang 19.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and this one they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all.